I see a lot of folks that bring up the CNN interview.
Yeah.
Gashi, let me bring it up now. I don't want to talk about that interview there until we get the full clips them, because what we get right now is kind of half and half. But let me show that CNN part of her. Let me see if this is the 59 seconds one. 54. Let me do the 59 seconds one. Good. Guys, listen to this.
So, it's a pity. I'm going to engage them because these institutions are responsible for credible elections, but we have not tinkered with them in any way to skew any elections in our favor. The opposition, we always grumble about these institutions because these are critical institutions for elections. And when anybody is afraid of elections, they try to bring the credibility of these institutions.
Go for elections today, then.
That's what they have done. And they've taken it wholesale and just made it their report. So that.
What should they do, Cashbox? Let me not allow all team for play, right? Let me break it down. Let me start again.
So, it's a pity. I'm going to engage them because...
It's a pity on whose part? Pity on your part?
Yeah. He's trying to say the EU.
It's a pity.
It's going to engage.
Yes, we are shocked.
Yeah.
This is not true.
Surprise.
Michael Mansare was not locked up because he said former President Nkrumah builds this stadium for us in Bo. Comrade Koita was not arrested because he defended Foster.
Kamawemba in bail. It's fine. Then bail him. The registrar not all them back.
Right.
Judiciary is working fine.
They did not kill people in McKinney.
Yeah. No one was called to books.
Absolutely. Pademaro prison massacre. And it's a pity on who?
It's a pity. It's a shame that they say these things. P.P.RC, the election in Konadugu, no, SLPP actually only getting 49. It wasn't 49.
It wasn't 049. That was changed to 149 by a NEC official.
Yes.
No. Constituency 110 election when the minister tossed the ballot box.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a pity.
Yeah. Surprise. I'm surprised because I've never heard of this.
All right, look, continue.
And they kill people in Panemba Road. As a president, I did not know about it.
Let's go.
These institutions are responsible for credible elections, but we have not tinkered with them in any way to skew any elections in our.
To skew any elections. When up till now he has not appointed any commissioners for the northern part of the country, but he has appointed every commissioner so far. Where they appoint the southeastern, mandate to be specific.
Yeah.
Go through the hierarchy.
And we talk about the Koinadugu. You say you need to skew anything, but hold on. Koinadugu election clearly was so rigged, broad daylight robbery. The minister, Kari Davis, broke box because he not got in favor. They not give the winning to Kari Davis at all. Do you tell we say nothing in the skew?
The guy is doing everything. Why bring the census cash box? It's to skew. That is the whole thing. The census with the neck. Everything is coalesced. Because what they want to do now for the delimitations, the boundary delimitation, close to election.
Yeah.
So they can have more constituencies within the southeast. Yeah. And have more seats in parliament.
In that EU report about the delimitation.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, but it's a shock. It's a pity.
Yeah, it's a pity.
The opposition, we always grumble about these institutions.
Oh, the opposition will always grumble.
Yeah.
What was Maada Bio saying when he was in opposition?
No, he was saying APC are lovely.
I get the video for him. But now continue to go.
Yeah.
These are critical institutions.
And by the way, APC did not do 2% of what these idiots. 0.0 here and there, get a few miscreants. But with everything they've done to skew the system, and don't forget, we had the civil societies behind the tail of the APC government. Whoo! Masela Samba, Ibrahim Tomi, Andrew Lavali. Whoa! Cosmetic roads.
The Lebanese lady, I think she wrote like an article today. I've not read it yet.
That Lebanese girl,
Yeah.
What did she say?
I've not read it yet.
Okay.
She said something. What's Basita?
Something.
Basita
Okay. Okay.
or something. Yeah.
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 About-
maybe I'll find it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
Elections. And when anybody is afraid of elections,
We are afraid of elections.
Call election today.
Matter of fact, what is going on with 2022 elections? The local council elections.
Exactly.
He's not even
They
talking
won't
about it.
postpone them. Yeah, they won't postpone them.
And they talk about herself.
No.
Well, we got you, my man. We
Yes.
got you.
It's I don't talk and say
Let's
we afraid.
talk.
So they know that they afraid to. Who know that they afraid the 2022 election.
Let's talk
If
about
you don't
that.
say- Now this one in Mbapa be say, if you don't say you're a man, can a man.
Yes.
If you don't say you're a man, call election.
Let's talk 2022 elections. Marcela Samba, where are
Yes.
you? Let's talk 2022 local government elections. Local council elections. Look at this idiot. Let's listen. Let's continue.
they try to bring the credibility of these institutions.
They're trying to bring the credibility of these institutions. Institutions that have been, tribalized, nepotized.
We go back to the judiciary, Ibrahim. Samura Kamara. And why I like forget this example, because the first time I heard about this rutile thing, now that ended me pull at from the old GTT report when I heard about that rutile thing, because it was so blatantly wrong. And recently, they exposed themselves. Then tell we say the SL mining, they've got 10%, and
Right.
that is the best deal Salondo ever get.
Right.
But yet still, then they tell we say Samura Kamara sell 30% where Salon be get. But excuse me, you say the 10% one I just arranged with Nuko is the best deal where Salondo ever get. So that alone for don't vindicate Samura Kamara 30% completely. And I went to like the publish account. I went to like the addendum where they signed in 2004. Nothing like 30% ever exists. The thing is, I don't know if that guy they had deliberate in their actions or it is mere stupidity. The 30% where they mentioned, Ibrahim, we don't do audio about it.
Right.
Where they talk, say the 30% was like the government key able. It was like an optional thing. Key able by 30%. But yet still, the judiciary still acquits Samura Kamara. Look, the Chansky building. The Chansky building, they talk about what happened from 2018. Now they go call Samura Kamara inside it. Then
Right.
we say they try for question the credibility of these institutions.
Let's continue.
To the fore, and that is what they have done, and they've taken it wholesale and just made it their report. So that is unfortunate.
What is it?
To the fore, and that is what they have done.
Okay, let me go back.
They try to bring the credibility of these institutions to the fore, and that is what they have done.
Was he saying to the floor? To the floor?
Maybe.
It sound disjoint there. To the floor. Bringing
Maybe.
these institutions to
Maybe.
the floor.
No.
I think he's
Yeah.
saying bringing these institutions down to the floor or something like that.
Well,
Okay.
that's where they deserve to be. If that's what he's saying.
Oh yeah. Total reformation of those institutions.
Exactly. That's where they deserve
Break
to be.
it down. They have to be broken down. Let's continue.
He's afraid of elections. They try to bring the credibility of these institutions to the fore, and that is what they have done, and they've taken it.
I think he wants it to the floor, but he said to the fore. To the fore.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Did he say the
try
fake
to bring
news?
the credibility. When anybody is afraid of elections, they try to bring the credibility of these institutions to the fore, and that is what they have done, and they've taken it wholesale and just made it their report.
Who's taking what wholesale? What is he talking about? They've taken it at wholesale. The problem with these guys, instead of just try to speak regular English,
No.
they want to use these words.
Yeah.
They've just taken it wholesale.
Wholesale. What do you mean? These people went and asked people. So how you telling me it's wholesale?
No, it's like it's making it sound like an APC or the opposition.
Yes. Yeah.
Like the EU is working. I forget say the same EU that I'm bringing kind of power. I forget.
Yeah. Now you get money back for the
Yes.
census.
And don't forget. No, continue.
So that is unfortunate, but I want to engage the EU.
All right, Mr. President Julius Maada Bio, we
Engage
will
him
follow
for
up with you on that.
But he already engaged the EU. It came out
If he said
tweeted.
if he said the EU now, like the institutions, the way it gets way
Right.
talk to. Okay, no, change this.
Right. Right.
If he said that, like the institutions, the way it gets.
Exactly. So the EU don't like Param.
Yes.
N.E.C credible. P.P.RC credible. The
Yes.
judiciary is credible.
Yeah. But you know the thing is, Ibrahim, then guy there, they see too, so we don't talk and say what's happen right now. Now shame then the shame. So now, but anyway, it good. But you know, like he say, like now then they weigh him that the modelo in Pala. Because like now the very EU where they sponsor like una election process, now you dey try for question the credibility. And some of these things we need for show the EU. Say, hey, what's happened EU? Una don't lost that credibility now, yeah?
Yes. Yeah. And they would see it. And they're gonna listen to this interview. And they would laugh and say, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
When it's the
So
same
you
man
want
with
me to
tweets.
question me.
Yeah.
You don't say, wait, man, then they joke with anything, but then good their name. Then
The
they joke
credibility.
with that.
No, if you say like a we don't get respect for himself.
Yes.
Look at that. Let's show the tweet way. Let's show now. Wait it.
So,
Wait it.
it's a pity.
It's a pity. Pity pata.
Look at her. Let me get this out of the way.
Oh, you know what, Ibrahim? I think like someone actually make this point like the last live about opening like the phone line. I'm not sure. Maybe it might take time if we start doing it, but
Yeah.
But again, it's good to get their input. Or just say
I
to
would-
it like
I would-
I mean we'll read it.
No, to be honest, so this person that is asking,
Yeah.
let me do this. Do you really want to come live? Because I can put you on live now. But people rather want for do
Yeah, I think people like just
Discreetly.
want be involved.
Right.
Maybe we should think about it, but yeah,
Yeah.
I know it will take time, but maybe let's
Yeah.
think about it. Maybe let's say 5 a day or something like that.
Yeah.
If we can do it that way, let's think about it.
Right,
I know.
right.
Because somebody else asked the question that very question day, the last live. We
I think it's the same lady.
Oh,
It is,
really?
it is this sister.
No, I think the last
Shalima
time was a
Tumasari.
guy. It was a gentleman like called Ibrahim or so. I
Oh,
can't
really?
remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to, but I'd rather, I would love for somebody for, I mean, don't tell me you have this wonderful job, you have a top secret clearance in America, this and that. I mean, I have some of the best security clearances in America. I'm doing this. It's not affecting anything. It would never affect anything. But anyways,
Exactly.
but it's a great point for us to think about.
Yeah.
And let me show the tweets now where they go contravene himself now on the CNN interview. Like for say, oh, the EU not consult with them. Everything that the EU put out in the press release, then take them back to Ansha and say, look, they say if you saw the sweat, they tremble. Now you go to CNN, they go make big talk.
Yes.
Look at.
Yeah.
Today, the EU delegation paid me a courtesy call.
Yes.
They commended our governance and rights reforms.
Yeah.
We assured them that the 2018 election recommendations made by the EU observers will be strongly considered in our review of the Public Elections Act. Then, now, this man, they can talk now, like for say, he has no clue of what is being. Look at.
It's a pity. I'm going to engage them because these institutions are responsible for credible elections, but not in any way to skew any elections in our favor. The opposition will always grumble about these institutions because these are critical institutions for elections. And when anybody is afraid of elections, they try to bring the credibility of these institutions to the fore. And that is what they have done. And they've taken it wholesale and just made it their report. So that is unfortunate.
So basically, it is like he's saying the EU cook up this thing. It's all cooked up. But you know, Cashbox, you see the interview at the back, the interview there, and that is why I'm waiting for the full video.
Yeah.
I want to know if this man was pushed on some of these. Because these interviewers, they are problematic as well. They are the ones that are allowing some of these guys to just go. And they don't do a diligence. I would say this to CNN. They don't do due diligence before they interview these folks so that they can challenge them on the premises. Because if they say, okay, for example, you want to talk about the judiciary. Let's talk about the killings at Pademaro Prison Massacre, the killings at McKinney, President Bio. But none of these institutions have ever asked these questions. That is the problem.
Ibrahim, have you noticed a pattern? I suspect this, and one day you will get for tell me. I strongly they suspect say there is someone in the CNN where actually they push them PR, this government them PR. You will tell me that. You will tell me back later.
Yes.
When I saw this interview, the first thing that came to mind, someone somewhere is actually pushing the CNN for they don't get quite regular interview now with every time you go to any conference, they get the way where they ask him question. And I suspect that very, very greatly.
You have a point. And don't forget, these guys actually are paying a lot of money to launder their image. Yeah. So it's a possibility that they would have somebody within those systems, that are actually doing that. But, the fact of the matter remains, Gashi, I have a video for Maada Bio. Thank you, Maada Bio. I have what it sounds like when you're in opposition, the way they talk. Listen to these guys. Listen to this.
Make sure that the elections are credible. If you have a credible result, the process is transparent.
It's a bit dull, Ibrahim.
Oh, that's the max volume, anyways.
Do you trust N.E.C to be credible?
Let me start again. Listen, hey guys, we have the man. When I listen up, instead of your position to cry, when we get the team for you, brah. Yes. Listen up. Instead of pulley eye, when I watch you, it's no choke. When I watch you, these guys are criminals.
The elections are credible. If you have a credible result, the process is transparent, free, and fair, and we accept it. But anything short of that is unacceptable.
So do you trust N.E.C to be credible enough to carry out the upcoming election?
Well, their record tells me they cannot be fully trusted. So we are working to make sure that we are part of the process.
The record! It cannot be fully trusted.
Observing very keenly. So that is, I don't trust them after the last experience.
Okay, so but do you then anticipate a rigged election come 2018?
Once beaten, twice shy. We had a rigged election, and for the sake, it's only for the sake of my commitment to the people.
Comrade!
Make sure that
Comrade, don't join.
Yes. Let Comrade, bear with me.
Would be different because, like you said, last election you considered defeat because of the sake of peace. But would we see that come 2018 for the sake of peace?
For the sake of peace, if we have a rigged election, I will not accept it for the same sake of peace.
So
because
does it
rigged
mean
elections leads to war.
So that means, so are you saying that know, people will go on the street or go out on the streets?
That is for you to tell. I'm not going to tell anybody to go on the street, but they have a right to protect their votes. We will resist anything that is violent. We will resist any attempt by N.E.C to lead a process that is not going to be clean. I will tell you for sure that we are going to remain as peaceful as we can. We are going to take part in the process. We will just not accept a rigged election.
Going back to your earlier statement, so are you then saying that we should anticipate Sierra Leone going back to war if you do not win?
Are you anticipating that they're going to rig an election? Are you encouraging them to do that?
Based on the statements, because we are looking at a situation where political tension is rife, and for the sake of peace, we would not want to see issues
if they rig
arising.
If they rig this election without me saying anything, this country is going to.
But what are appropriate measures to take? Because
that's him.
The point here is a lot of people are
Sierra Leoneans take notes.
Yeah.
Clean election. Let everybody see that the process.
DA is ready to send our country back to another war.
Accept it. That is all. That is the only prescription.
Like they did in the past.
let's be involved in the
Fellow
process.
Sierra Leoneans,
Let's
take
not
notes.
be violent on election day. Let there be no manipulation of the commission. Let's give them the independence that they deserve. So the only prescription is a clean election.
So this is the reason why the power thugs are out there intimidating people, cursing people, doing all sort of rubbish to
Kamikaza, you don't join me.
citizens.
Listen to this man. Watch this interview.
It's a pity. I'm going to engage them because these institutions are responsible for credible elections, but we have not tinkered with them in any way to skew any elections in our favor. The opposition, we always grumble about these institutions because these are critical institutions for elections. And when anybody is afraid of elections, they try to bring the credibility of these institutions to the fore. And that is what they have done. And they've taken it wholesale and just made it their report. So that is unfortunate, but I want to engage the EU.
All right, Mr. President Julius Bio, we will follow up with you on that in the coming months. Good to have you.
Kamikaza,
Yeah.
bruh, you don't join me now. The live not long enough. It only late 1 hour 30 minutes. But you come in now. Let you talk to me, bruh.
Sorry, but it's a pity. I'm going to engage them because
Ibrahim, I think they're playing at the background. Okay.
But Alekusa meet up because the time we spend the talk, that's how they work in awareness. We made a report and analyze these things here. What if we can like this whole place and they tomorrow for audio? Let's now remind people them of President Bio in statement them. We been say if the N.E.C no call credible election, it's going to be war. And this one it just can reinforce and ascertain honestly my statement to that in chairman. Now you can what them say if the APC say they want war, they give them war. The man be say pauper for Tom president. It meaning if another threatening being count, you take advantage of the system by them, where they feel saying a better person. You take he use them against the internal committee to say like Salon just come up a war like 15, 16, and they afford for long going to Christ. So any kind way they force the regime change. They put fear in the people living in governance, they mind them. Like if I'm mistakes on tap, go no then it's so many things them. I was at the office where all them play. I know I make a tell and say I know how power come on APC the hand. I know Maada Bio kind of power. That is why me wake up, I know the person. I say I know the serve. That make me resign. I say I know the serve this kind of person because I know see looking for do better thing. A better way than TRD. We don't tell them see what in them fail the 1960s. Let me tell you something, Ibrahim. These are the dream of Salvat Magawika in 1964. What in them fail? Let's say social media. Then fail them. They're not able to achieve them for letting turn this country to one party, tribalize them in one tribe for dominate everything. You know, now Salvat Magawika in 1964. We tell people say the create for where the country close for go Friday because if one pull the permanent secretary, count then and different bullet. This is a long-term dream to achieve. This is a 21st century for God's sake.
Yep.
Then now a day you not see now make up for them in voice. Now in talker.
Oh, I get it more. I get more of it.
Now I ask the journalist say if the journalist anticipate say then they rig the election. Because journalists want to try for like confirm say hey, you say if you don't win the count war. So you answer we can say if the journalist confirm say if they feel say they rig the election. You know ever deny his statement. He just stood in ground say that say they rig the election. So if they rig the election, the people for good, this will go for the people who listen because the SLP people and specifically me, I know they talk the talk without identifying women different problem. 90% of them will continue this talk here. I don't care how person they feel because once of the problem, we have to tell them say they are the problem as alone.
Fact.
90% of them don't be radicalized. Then don't they don't bring much them to a point that they know they even see the danger way they befall them if the government change.
Right.
This man said 3 years ago, he said if you don't win. Any guy if they still the rig in the first war. Now when they talk now say the EU they report to the right is unfortunate. Imagine I know in the talk unfortunate statement, not even see the talk. When they ask yourself, let me tell you something, when somebody guilty of voting ask me, they say this Tom, I don't even know how to answer.
Exactly.
In fact, in that itself, the position of the report about the institution there, we even don't complain, he don't complain against the police, pass so safe.